Hello everybody, this is Kaylana the Blessed Driver here, and so today I want to talk about a topic regarding business. And so the question is, why do people want to take shortcuts instead of thoroughly researching and actually working hard towards starting a business or a venture? Now, are shortcuts necessary? They could be in general term, but it depends on your situation. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example, okay? Because first off, when people want to always take a shortcut or try to do things quickly instead of doing their research or actually, finding out more information about the business that they want to get into or the venture that they want to start, whatever it is, it actually can backfire. Because even with starting a business, what do people usually say you need? A business plan. And so even if it's something small, or even maybe having like a small plan of even creating a website, because I've done that before. I failed in that area at times, quite a few times, because I would think of a good idea and then go ahead and register the domain name and try to put something else out there on the website, and it would fail. It would never go through because I didn't actually implement, I didn't plan on how I was going to start the business or start the website or the venture or whatever it is that I was doing. And sometimes people want to do things quickly because it's hype, because it's popular right now. It's going to get them quick and easy money instead of actually doing their research and actually thinking about how to plan out their business and taking the necessary steps to be able to be successful in that particular area of business that they want to do. Okay. Now, here's an example. Okay. Some of you guys know that last year, or maybe the year before, when I started this particular channel, I started it in 2016. Okay. And after some period of time had passed, I decided to give some information on how to start your own rideshare, grocery delivery, or food delivery, or courier business. Now, I thought of some good ideas on how to do that, but I had to do my research first. And first of all, I had to take care of me. There's some things I had to take care of at home, and even as a mother, making sure that there's some things I had to put in order. And, even as I progressed with these particular app-based gigs, I had to learn some things. I had to go through some things, and I had to grow through some things. Okay. And so now we always talk about we go through stuff, but you have to grow through stuff. And sometimes when you go through, you grow, right? And so even with Uber, I started with Uber. Actually, I was accepted by Uber in 2013, I think. But I didn't drive until like a few years after that, okay? And so as I started on the platform, I had to learn some stuff, and I had to learn areas. I had to learn how the app worked. I had to learn about people, okay? And also safety precautions and stuff like that. And so eventually I got on with Lyft, and then I had to learn how their platform worked, and I had to learn some things, okay? And then eventually when Instacart and Postmates and some of the other app-based gigs came around, Amazon Flex, I got aboard with them. I had to learn some things. And even, doing some of these app-based gigs from time to time, or however I choose to do it, I'm still learning some things. And, sometimes, we can get so used to doing things out of routine that we kind of forget that we're actually learning some things as we are growing. And so the advice that I was giving was that, okay, hey guys, I'm going to do some videos, but I will do them eventually. And it wasn't like clickbait. It wasn't me trying to tease people or anything. I was busy, stuff kept coming up. And so there are some things in my personal life I had to take care of before I even released any information. Not only that, during that time, I had to do my research. And so the way that I feel led to do these particular videos regarding how to start your own business of that particular type of entity, it took some time, but I believe in doing things the right way, even though I have not always done that in my lifetime. But in order to be successful with these types of industries and this type of genre of industry, it's good to know the practices and the laws of business. And what I am noticing is that people always want to take shortcuts. Like when I started to actually do these videos, guys, about how to start your own rideshare, courier, or delivery business, I would get emails from people or comments. You might not see them, but are comments from people asking me, hey, I saw your video a couple months ago or whenever it was. And, when are you going to put the videos? And so I was like, okay, I'm going to get to it. And, I was taking care of some things just like I was saying before. And now that I have begun the process of producing the videos or the vlogs, it seems to me that there are people that are grateful, but then I noticed that there are people that are not grateful. And I'm not sure if it's because it may not be the content that they want, but I think, and from what I have, the feedback that I've gotten from people, some people want a quick and easy method of doing this. It could be, but I'm just sharing with you guys my experiences and what I am able to provide, the information that I'm able to provide. But you guys may have other methods of getting your information. But I'm just talking about when you're starting your own business, there are steps to that. And these steps is a great way to be successful, okay? And so many people just want to get the information real quick, okay, well, what company should I go through? Or, whatever, without actually doing your research on how to start a business. And that's why I see a lot of people that start restaurants that may have never owned a restaurant, they have never been a restaurateur, or maybe even never owned a business, and then hop into the industry without actually learning the ethics and the process of having a business, okay? And especially when you have a business, you have to be able to deal with people. You have to, first of all, work on yourself. And some people think, oh, it's like a little side gig, or it's just a little business, or this. No, you have to be personable. You have to have good character. You have to have good morals. And so, when people see you, they see your business. And so some people are thinking, okay, I could do what I want and say what I want, but still treat people any kind of way because I have a business and I'm making good money. No, because look at all the people that you've seen over the decades and over the years that have had very successful, well-known firms or companies, but they failed. Even certain people of the fivefold ministry and church, pastors and leaders and apostles and prophets, they failed because of things that they were hiding, things that they were doing, but they were very successful in people's eyes, but they lacked good character. They lack good judgment. And so these are some things that I want you guys to understand, that don't always try to take a shortcut in life, especially when you're trying to start your business and you want to do something real quick just to try to get by real quick. And then you realize after a few months or a few years or maybe a few weeks, it failed or didn't go through, or you eventually lost interest in it. And that's why, I was saying, in the videos I was doing, I had an intro, a part 1, part 2, part 3. I did a part 4, and I'm going to finish off the rest, but right now I stopped at part 4 because I am going to do some more. However, it starts with the process, y'all. And when I started doing the videos, I kid you not, I was getting people to send me messages and asking me, well, I've been researching some software companies and I can't seem to find any on, the grocery delivery, and can you recommend some? And the reason why I didn't believe the person that sent me that email was because if you really did your research, and it doesn't take that hard, just Google it. Just Google grocery delivery software or grocery delivery apps, or like whatever. Just terms you can look up, and you will find some. And I'm thinking, there's no way. And then I began to realize, you know what? He only wanted me to provide the information real quick before I provided it here on YouTube, okay? Which kind of made no sense. But you got people that are like that. They want it quickly for them, so that way they can do it quickly and put it out there before anybody else gets the information, and that's not fair. So I'm trying to give it to everybody. And so I was polite about it, but I told him, I was like, well, I'll provide it when I'm ready, And so for everybody, and I had never got a response back from this person because, they only wanted me to give them what they wanted, because to me that was very selfish. And so, which was a quick method, which is what they wanted, how they wanted it, and when they wanted it. And so, thinking about stuff like that, it can be kind of irritating, especially knowing the motive in some people. And this is why they have business coaches and life coaches, and they have organizations, in different states and cities that offer, which is called SCORE. And you may have one in your area for small business owners and people that are trying to start their business. They have free seminars and workshops. And if they do have workshops, it may be like no more than $20 or maybe $15 or $10, And they have, networking events, and they have coaches and people that had their businesses or they may have been retired or whatever. And they teach people on certain things on how to be successful at starting a business and to make sure that the business that you want to do is really meant for you to do. Okay. And so, it's very important to find out what your interests are, find out what matches your personality, and also find out, okay, is this something that I can be able to afford to do as a startup, whatever it is that you want to do. And so, I just kind of feel like people just want to go with the latest wave and, do what is quick and easy instead of doing, what is right and what is efficient. And also, what is going to be able to sustain them for a certain period of time. And definitely when you start a business, you want to make sure that, this is going to be a company or a venture that's going to either last a lifetime or in the long run. So either maybe your kids can take over, or maybe, you might want to consider having somebody to buy it out and sell it to somebody, but you're still successful because you have money left over. And sometimes I think about the Travis Kalanick situation with Uber. But even though he sold the stocks and, they ousted him or whatever the case may be with that situation, he still walked out with a large sum of money. I mean, I think it's like $1 billion or something. He made a lot of money. And so despite that situation, he did not have good character, unfortunately. And so with that, he made a lot of money, and he did okay with the company for a while, but there are some things that he said and did that did not match good standards of a CEO. And, I think with that, he wanted to take shortcuts with stuff. He didn't want to have the drivers allow, to get tips. And there's so many things that I could say about that, but he's not the only CEO that has done that, you guys. There are other people out there. I'm sure you guys can probably name a list of people that did not do a great job, but they may perceive themselves as a success, but they're not. And, internally, and some people can live with that. There are some people that are okay with stealing people's ideas or stealing people's money or trying to get around folk or just mistreating people and, lying and stuff like that. And they're okay with that just to get on top. But it only lasts for so long. And I even think about the guy that's over Facebook, Zuckerberg. I think Mark Zuckerberg, I think that's his name. But I did my research on him, and I saw documentaries and stuff. But he wasn't the one that initiated Facebook. He had partners. He had friends that were with him. And it was supposed to have been like a partnership or something. And basically, he took the idea and ran with it and left them behind. And now he's like a billionaire, And it's crazy. Stuff like that. He wanted to take the quick route and do it unfairly. And now he's successful. Now, the people did sue. I want to say they won a certain amount of money. I can't quite remember. I have to find the article. But stuff like that. And sometimes what we see is a success to us by other people's standards. It may not be, because some people didn't get what they got, honestly. And that's why I'm showing you guys these videos one by one, so you guys can kind of understand the aspect of a business, and so that way you won't fail. Because as I said before in some of my videos, if you're so quick to do it and quick to grab the information and try to run with it and not do your due diligence and actually go through the process of being an entrepreneur, you will only get but so far. You understand what I'm saying? And so, I know some people wanted me to help them design the app and do all this other kind of stuff. And not that their motive wasn't genuine, but I'm just careful about some things. Some people just want to use you for them, not for you. But then after they got what they want, then they're gone. And so I'm able to discern when people are right and what they are requesting, and then whether if it's just something just to be selfish. And so I'm not going to make a big deal about that. However, it's just a process with this, guys. And look at some of the companies that started so strong, and that maybe they're lacking in resources, or maybe you're starting to see that their stock are going down. Sorry, look at my car and things like that. And so, you have to really start to do your research and look at some of the companies that are being bought out. I remember years ago, like several years ago, I worked for Doorstep Delivery, and it's a food delivery company. I remember when it started out, and they were right here in Orlando. I met the owners. I've even been to their house before for like a holiday party or something. And I didn't know that they were bought out by Bite Squad until a few months ago. I didn't know that. I don't know what happened with that, but they probably just got bought out and stuff. But you'll see these companies start up for a while. But I remember when I was with the company, I seen how they ran behind the scenes, and there were some things that were kind of unprofessional. And they may be a bit juvenile, but they got bought out eventually. I don't know why. I don't know what happened with that. But some of these companies eventually get bought out by other companies. Not that it's a bad thing, because there's nothing wrong with mergers and people being bought out. It's just what it is. And then you got some people that aren't interested in owning a particular company anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that either. If you're not interested anymore, you just sell it, and it's cool. You get your cut, you get your share, and just do what you want with your money. But anyway, guys. So just to cap this off, I just wanted to say, just don't be so quick to try to rush out into something, because eventually you're going to realize that, you know what, this isn't either for me, or I didn't realize it took so much work, because that's what a business is. It's work. It's going to take work. It's going to take effort. It's going to take your due diligence. You know, you have to also work on yourself, you know, and you definitely don't want to be a CEO or owner of a company and people don't trust you, people don't like you, people don't respect you, or people are always afraid of you. You know, you want to make sure that you're a person that people can trust. Everybody may not like you, you know, it's all right. That's life. Everybody doesn't like me. You know, some people may not like you. Some people may not like, you know, the person you're working with, whatever. But besides all the politics of it, just try to do your best and make sure that you're following steps on how to be successful, not only as an entrepreneur, but also as an individual, and you're strengthening your character. You're strengthening your mindset. You're around the right people. That's very important too. Be around the right people. People that aren't gonna always try to feed your ego or try to get you to do stuff that's immoral or stuff that's bad or wrong. You know, make sure that you're around people that are positive and that are actually helping you push you into the right direction and not into the wrong direction. Because you got some folks that are okay without, going out and drinking all the time and, doing drugs all the time, sleeping with this and this person. You got people that are okay with that, and then they can wake up the next morning and go back out to do their business. I mean, that's them. But I'm saying, if you want to be successful, be a person that's trustworthy and be a person of good reputation and good character, start with the process. Go through the process. Then you might be one of those people who are just blessed like that, who are just able to take the information or grab what it is, or whatever idea it is, and just run with it, and you're good at that. So do you, but I'm just saying, guys, to be successful, just go through the process. Don't just try to be so quick at doing something or go with the latest wave or like whatever the latest trend is, and you're just trying to go out and try to make some quick money, and then it fails. Take your time, do your due diligence, and go through the process and watch what happens. God bless y'all.